There's been a lot in the media about all the different types of things that are bad for you. So you would have heard about salt, you would have heard about high sugars, and now we're adding another layer to that when we talk about trans fats. So trans fats are actually a type of fat that's really bad for your body. We find them in things like cooking oil, we find them in things like margarines or spreads, and they tend to be in any type of food that is pre-packaged. Usually it's used for preserving foods, it's used as a filler, but actually also has really bad properties for the human body. In fact, it increases our cholesterol levels, it increases our risk of death by 30% from heart attacks. So we really need to be aware of that, particularly in a region where we have some of the highest rates of heart attack, stroke. We have cardiovascular disease, it's one of our underlying issues, and clearly trans fats may be playing a part in that. So I think what makes it so difficult for us to identify trans fats is that it seems very elusive. It's not like sugar or salt that you can kind of go get a spoonful of one or the other and you know exactly what it is. You can kind of measure it and put it into what you're cooking. But it is sort of this hidden thing that's in so many of the foods that we use. So it's in butters, it's in margarines, it's in cooking oils, and we have to find a way of using those things correctly and knowing that we're not always going to be able to eliminate all trans fats, but then staying away from things that may have lots of trans fats. For example, fried foods and processed foods. Fast foods, which tend to use a lot of cheap cooking oils, those kinds of things we want to stay away from, and those are the kinds of things that tend to have trans fats in them. So I know it sounds like a lot of doom and gloom because we've already said, watch your sugar, watch your salt, so now we're saying watch out for those trans fats. And a lot of people may be wondering, well, what do I eat? How do I manage this? And it goes back to what we've been saying before. Really try to eat foods at its source. We want fresh fruits and vegetables, avoid things that are deep fried, avoid the processed foods and the fried foods. Those are the things that tend to be high in trans fats and that would pose the most risk when it comes to heart attacks.